they continue to surprise and amaze me with something different.
Ludacris and his wife Eudoxie have been together for around 15 years. They've always seemed to be the definition of couple goals, but one crazy chapter in their life really put their relationship to the test. Ludacris actually had a baby with someone else, and the details of what he did and how Eudoxie reacted will shock you. Ludacris got some serious negative publicity back in 2014 after a bombshell discovery. It was announced that he had fathered a child with another woman in December 2013. What made this even more complicated was that the mother of the child was an old friend of Ludacris. Tamika Fuller is an Instagram celebrity and business owner who met Ludacris when they were still teenagers in high school. They've been friends for many years before Ludacris and Eudoxie went on a break in their relationship. It was never revealed what had happened to make the couple decide to take a break, but in that time, Ludacris and Tamika got together, but some outlets reported that when Ludacris found out about Tamika's pregnancy, he no longer wanted to be with her. He soon got back together with Eudoxie, but it wasn't long before the news about Tamika went public. But shockingly, it would be a year before we actually heard Tamika's side of the story. During that time, she came in for some criticism herself as she tried to brand her a gold digger. After a long silence, she finally spoke to Madame Noir about her experience over the previous 2 years. She started by saying that when she found out she was pregnant, the first thing she did was tell Ludacris. She said that they started a relationship in the spring of 2013 after he became single, but what followed, according to Tamika, quickly became dark. She said that as soon as she found out she was pregnant, she started experiencing psychological manipulation from Ludacris. She claimed that he broke down in tears when she told him she wanted to keep the baby. She went on to allege that Ludacris wanted to get rid of the baby, and his reason for this was shocking. Tamika said that he believed that the news would destroy his career and his image. She added that Ludacris promised her amazing gifts like trips on his private jet if she agreed not to keep it. But Tamika said that the worst way Ludacris manipulated her was by making her feel like she had ruined their relationship. Supposedly, he believed that their friendship was more important than their child's life. Tamika took the opportunity to deny the attacks that she was a gold digger and stated that she always knew that she would be raising the baby alone and working full time. In fact, most of the people closest to her apparently didn't even know that Ludacris was the father until the news went public. She made some more serious claims against her baby daddy about the nature of his relationship with Eudoxie. After the couple got back together, Tamika wrote that Ludacris was only doing this in an attempt to avoid paying child support. And honestly, there was definitely something a little strange about his marriage to Eudoxie. This was because they actually got married in 2014 in Costa Rica on the same day that they got engaged, so it definitely seemed kind of rushed. Around the time the story came out, Ludacris appeared to have changed his mind about being in his baby daughter's life. After the baby girl named Kay Bella Bridges was born, the rapper decided he wanted to be in her life. However, by this point, Tamika wasn't interested in letting Ludacris see Kay, and a pretty nasty court case followed which took years to settle. However, people eventually reported on the outcome in December 2020. The magazine reported that Ludacris had won full custody of Kay. After the verdict, Ludacris stated that after a review of all the evidence, he was gratified that he'd been found to be the most fit and proper parent. During the case, Tamika requested that her child support payments be increased, and she also claimed in court that Ludacris had initially been against the pregnancy. In his response, Ludacris said that Tamika's accusations were damaging his career and that they were also underlying the exact reasons why he would provide a better environment for Kay. Apparently, it was during court proceedings that Ludacris first started branding Tamika as a gold digger. At the time, she was making just $800 a month and was relying on Ludacris's child support payments. She had given up her job as an exotic dancer to look after Kay and was also looking after her half-brother at the time. Before getting full custody in 2020, Ludacris had already secured primary custody due to Tamika's financial situation. When Tamika talked to Madame Noir, she said that she had walked into the courtroom believing that no one would take a child from a good mother. But when she walked out again, she was no longer sure about that. And she apparently even thought that in some cases, money was greater than motherhood. In court in 2014, Ludacris had some different concerns. He asked that the case be sealed to protect Kay from ever seeing anything negative about either of her parents. But he also had another reason for requesting this from the court. He said that the seal needed to take place immediately or it could hurt his cash flow. He added that if people were able to continue to read and misinterpret the court documents, Ludacris's name, reputation, and brand would continue to suffer, which was a pretty weird thing to bring up during a child custody battle. However, it seemed to work out for him. Ludacris won custody and Tamika could reportedly only see her daughter 11 days a month. After hearing this, Tamika went on many public attacks against Ludacris and Eudoxie. However, according to some reports, they have actually been on so much better terms lately. But honestly, after so much bad blood and serious accusations from both sides, it feels like this would be a hard relationship to fix. After Ludacris won custody, Kay went on to live with him, Eudoxie, and her 4 half-siblings from various other relationships. But a lot of people still had questions for Eudoxie. Many of them couldn't understand how she was okay with staying with Ludacris after he had a baby with another woman after they went on a break. This question first came up in 2014 when she got back together with him. According to TMZ, sources close to Eudoxie claimed that she was actually willing to overlook Ludacris' cheating scandal, and the reason why was crazy. TMZ claimed that she did it because she was already determined to marry him, which was a pretty weird attitude to have given everything that was going on. TMZ were told that Eudoxie felt emotionally hurt by what Ludacris had done, but was standing by her man and accepting that they weren't officially a couple when it happened. The subject came up again 5 years later in 2019. Eudoxie sat down for a discussion with the singers LaToya Luckett Walker and Carrie Hilson. The conversation was part of a series called If Not For My Girls by Essence and Coca-Cola. A clip of the show was soon shared on social media, in which Eudoxie thanked her friends for being there for her. Specifically, she thanked them for helping her to get out of toxic relationships in the past. This caught the attention of some people online who were still confused about her current relationship. One commenter asked on the post if nobody told Eudoxie to leave Ludacris after the side baby. Eudoxie actually replied to the shady comment in a serious way, and what she said seemed to draw a line under the conversation about her, Ludacris, and Tamika. She wrote that many people told her to leave Ludacris, but she listened to her heart. She added that it was the best decision she ever made. But what do you guys think? Did Eudoxie make a mistake by getting back with Ludacris? Let me know in the comments below.